Hi guys, Skinsfanatic here. Just a quick reminder before we get started on tonight's show that if you haven't already, please go down the bottom and subscribe to my channel. Throw me a few likes. Be much appreciated. All right, guys, enjoy the show. Oh yeah, it's that time of the week. Skinsfanatic Live. Put your 2 ones up and raise your cups up. Skinsfanatic's back, so prepare to get jacked up. Started out here in the TTC while repping my team. Shout out to the B&G. But hold up, cause rolling in like thunder. It's Skinsfanatic Live from the land down under. Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi. Hit the like and sub, I got the goods here, boy. Hello. Welcome to the Week 10 episode of Skinsfanatic Live. Great to be back on the air after having a well-deserved week off during the leading up to the Giants game last week. Disappointing loss for the Washington football team, falling into the hands of the Giants, 23-20, in what can only be described as a absolutely heroic performance by Alex Smith, and just a heartbreaking loss, and kind of crippling, but not exactly eliminating this team from the playoffs. But getting back to Alex Smith, I mean, what a heroic performance by Alex Smith. I mean, here's the thing, I don't think people understand what they are watching here. I mean, yes, the man threw the 3 interceptions, and the 2 down the stretch there that really cost us, and the one that really wasn't his fault because J.D. McKissick slipping on the play, Smith throwing it right into the linebacker's hands. Disappointing, but I mean, Alex Smith, he's come out and he's had like the best performance by a quarterback, in a long time for this team. We're talking about a man who had a leg that looked like an eaten chicken wing. He had no meat on the bone in his leg. Coming in once again under, duress circumstances, and having like an amazing game. And it's unfortunate that a lot of the fan base here, they want to just talk about, the things that didn't go right in that game. He brought us back from the fire, Alex Smith, and once again, it wouldn't be a Washington football season if we hadn't, if we weren't talking about starting our 3rd quarterback in the matter of 8 weeks. We've started with Haskins, benched him in week 4, went with Kyle Allen. Kyle Allen, of course, breaks his leg, dislocates his ankle. He's done for the year. Now we're back to Alex Smith, the starting quarterback, and moving forward, I am excited about that. Alex Smith, I thought he played, a pretty damn good game, and it was amazing to watch. This is one of those moments in your sporting life that you will remember forever. I mean, like I said, Alex Smith, he was close. He was close to dying, close to losing that leg, and he's out there in week 9 of the NFL season against the Giants, bringing a team back. Just a brilliant performance, and one I'll remember forever. And like I said, just unfortunate that the result didn't come. We didn't get the win. Um, but here's a little number for you. A little number heading into this week. Um, Alex Smith is 5-0 against the Detroit Lions in his career. 5-0. And if you recall, we beat them last season, though he didn't play, obviously. Um, but he has a 5-0 record against them. So looking to make that 6-0 when we face them this week, and it should be a very good game. And I just before we move ahead in this show, I've got exciting news. We've welcomed a new sponsor on board here at Skinsfanatic Live. We're proud and very happy to have crazybrave74.com on board, who'll be supporting us through the season, and look forward to hearing more from crazybrave74.com in the second half of the season, and some big news coming out of that site too, that I will share. We will share very shortly when we get Crazy Brave here himself. So look, we've got circumstances once again here in DC. We've got another quarterback change, and as funny as it sounds, win this week, and if the Giants beat the Eagles, hold on to your hats for another week, because we're not out of this. As crazy as that sounds, and as crazy as it is, I am going to bring in Crazy Brave 74 right now, and he's going to tell us about some of his exciting news and his week that he's had. Crazy Brave, welcome to Skinsfanatic Live. How are you?
G'day, guys. Yep. Thank you, Skinsfanatic 81, and yep, it's a pleasure to be on board as a sponsor. Huge week for the website, but first we will talk about that Redskin Giants game and that heroic performance of Alex Smith that you mentioned. Yeah, he played very well, Alex Smith, and he's on the cusp of coming back from that injury and actually winning a game this week against the Lions. He's a big chance. So really excited about what Alex Smith has been able to accomplish for the Washington football team. We were able to move the ball, at some stage there in the game. He's just got to get a little bit more comfortable with his receivers, and we can, resemble an offense. There's a chance there for a late charge, second half charge to the playoffs, perhaps, but at least a charge to save face and have a decent record. Disappointing loss. You're not going to win too many games if you turn that ball over 5 times. And
Was
we,
it 5?
yeah, believe it was 5. Might have been 4. It was definitely 4. There were 3
Well, he threw the
interceptions.
three interceptions.
Yeah, and Gibson fumbled on the first offensive play of the game, and
Yes.
I think
The punt, the muff punt.
Smith, and then there was the muff punt. Yep, 5 turnovers. That's not good enough.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. No, I got confused. I thought that was the week before.
mm. Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
that was very disappointing to see uh, the team make that many mistakes, and you could see that Ron Rivera was trying a few different blokes at different stages of the game, and unfortunately for him, it didn't work out. That Isaiah Wright fumble. Well, that's now his second fumble, trying to catch a
Yeah.
punt, and
Yeah.
we have a bloke in Danny Johnson who's seemed to be proving himself the weeks before. So anyway,
Yeah,
I mean, look,
and
he's got
we
to.
we watched the game together live. And you made that great point during the game. I mean, you said to me, Denny Johnson has, he played a great game the week before in that special teams role,
Yeah.
and why did we switch that up to Isaiah Wright was beyond me, and it proved costly at the time. You cannot have those muffed punts. Obviously, the ball down the other end of the field. They never end well um, when they happen. And yeah, that was a dreadful start to the game. Um,
Yeah.
and we probably would have won that game, barring those two fumbles. We wouldn't have needed Alex Smith's heroics.
Hmm.
Yeah. Anyway.
Nah, and that's all right. But the rest of the week panned out very, very well for CrazyBrave74.com. We
Mm.
were able to get 100% of our picks this week, and we collected a massive 4,800 units of a 60 unit bet. So, guys, I've been telling you all year, uh, you got to get on this. You got to at least check it out and see what I'm doing, and you can do the same thing. You know, I promised diamonds and pearls at the beginning of the year, and look what I've produced. You could have put that rock on your missus' finger by now, or could be reversing out of the driveway in a brand new car. Up to you guys. We had what games did we have? We had that Miami Arizona game, and we took the Dolphins with a 3.5 head start. Very hot team at the moment, and um, the over just seemed the right thing to do. That fell into place, and then that unbelievable finish that uh, we'd have nothing right now. Uh, Los Vegas Raiders versus the San Diego Chargers. What a finish! Uh, Herbert, Justin Herbert, threw that pass in the end zone. And it appeared that he had the 2 feet down, and they didn't show it. And they went to the ad, and they came back, and that ball had spilt out, and Crazy Brave was alive. And uh, it was
Yeah.
unbelievable. And then I think it was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers game.
Oh,
Just do
the
you have it?
joys of the highs and the lows of gambling. I mean,
Yeah,
we
it
saw
was
that
just
Justin
sensational.
Herbert
So
touchdown.
in the
I
third
thought,
leg, it was sorry we took a punt on the Dallas Cowboys. They had a massive 14.5 head start, and I've been watching the NFL for too long to when you're telling someone they're going to get their face rubbed in the dirt, it doesn't usually happen.
hmm,
So 14.5 head start, took that there, and then on to the Jets and Patriots game, and that was pretty good game. Jets, you know, got some big bombs early, which they haven't been getting all year, and it put them out to an early, a lead and some big points on the board. And it looked like we had the money. And then Cam Newton, I needed some points there, and about to kick the field goal, and the Jets had a defensive holding penalty that gave Cam Newton another first down, and he had to try 4 quarterback sneaks, uh, as Cam Newton does, and he tied the game. But with that made me coverlicious, and with the 7.5 head start, we collected a massive six or not 4,890 units. Massive, guys. All right, make sure you check out the website, crazybrave74.com. We'll be posting our picks there before the weekend's games. We also have an NBL expert, uh, yours truly, Skinsfanatic 81, will be covering all your NBL needs on the website.
Yeah, well, let me just touch on that right quick, because to our US viewers who aren't aware what the NBL is, it's the Australian Basketball League, the National Basketball League here in Australia. I am the NBL expert here, um, and I won't get into that just yet, but if you like betting on basketball, yeah, come and check it out. Season
which they
starts in
will,
January.
which they will be able to do. Uh,
Oh,
we
sure.
know that it's gambling, legalized sports gambling is happened over in the USA, so they'll be able to gamble on NBL. I'll also be able to get on crazybrave74.com, have a look at what I've done, and perhaps help yourself out and don't be a loser, guys. Not anymore.
Be
It's
a
time.
winner.
It's time. Be a winner. Get on the .com.
Mm. All right. Great news from out there at crazybrave74.com. You can see the glow in his face. He is very happy that he was able to bring that home for all the people who have been following Crazy Brave 74. And we know there has been a few people as we are building this up. Definitely some interest happening. So I hope everyone jumped on that and
We are
is
also. I'll
enjoying
just
some
quickly.
sizzling Mongolian lamb that night.
Yes,
Took the
correct.
family out or something.
Correct. Yeah, it was a massive day. Um, just quickly, we are now 48 and 40. So we've gone from having our head above water to captain of the Lady S. You know,
Mm,
we are on fire. Thank you.
absolutely. No. Very good, very good. Yes. So that it's very you know, if you like money, you know, Crazy Braves totally redeemed himself after a couple of not so great weeks, but that is the life of the gambler, isn't it? You're not gonna win them all. Anyone who told you they have won all their bets would be a lying motherfucker.
Well, we did the maths for everyone, and we worked out that we could comfortably double your money if you followed this system. And guys, we smashed it 5 times over, and we're only halfway through the season, so we're on house money at this stage. Uh, yeah.
Mm. All right, let's get back to the team here for a minute. Halfway through the year, roughly halfway through the year. Let's talk about some of the things that we liked, that we like we've got going on here in DC. It's evaluation of talent, I guess you could say. Not so much a reflection of where we are in the standings, but moving forward, we all knew coming into this season that it was going to have its rough points, and there was definitely a little bit of optimism with a little bit of excitement and a little bit of like, well, we've seen this before, what to expect type thing. But I am just one of those people who I'm just going to look at all the positives, what we've got going on here, because I see a lot of them. I'm frustrated like the rest of us. I don't like losing. Losing. It's hard to swallow, especially those games when you expect to win. I feel like we might have left two wins against the Giants just sort of sitting there. We sort of shit the bed twice against the Giants, and losing against the Giants, I know it's fucking embarrassing. Getting swept by the Giants, it's fucking embarrassing. And I understand everyone's frustrations, but crazy brave. We've got some studs on this team, don't we? We've got
Uh,
Chase Young, and we've got that defensive line. It's not
mm,
to be.
it's one of the best. It's
It's
becoming one of the best.
I know it's frustrating. Like we got gashed in the run last week, and that
Mm,
can happen. Um, I
nah,
just
the
I just feel like
defensive
there's
line is rock solid NFL material. Uh, they're all players.
yeah. I mean, and then you look on the offensive side of the ball, and we definitely got a stud there with Terry McLaurin. I mean, we saw that last year. We've seen it this year.
Hmm.
You know, and
Yeah,
and and
that's
and
right.
Antonio. We've got Antonio Gibson, and he might not be a feature back. Um,
No, not we don't. Yeah, that's right. I mean, he's still got a bit to prove. Most of the positivity is coming from the defensive side of the ball.
yeah,
It appears that we've got something. We can fill these gaps in that where we're not performing too well on defense, but over on the offensive side, excuse me, there's a lot of work to be done. There
yeah.
seriously is. We've got no, uh, what's that word? There's no progression. There's no fluidity. Like everything's changing. Like as you said, three different quarterbacks already,
Mm.
and you know, and young blokes trying to make their way.
Well, here's one of the things too that I've noticed with this team is like in the previous couple of last couple of years, whatever, we've been down 17 points a few times this year. We've managed to find ourselves in a fight, a few times. Where we might have, laid down and died last year and just gone, well, shit, nothing's going here, nothing's working, let's pack it up and we'll just fucking try again next week, And there's fight in this team. I mean, you saw Morgan Moses on the sidelines. Um,
Yeah,
there's definitely he's been a leader now. He's the voice on that offensive line. He's stepped up.
yeah.
I mean, obviously,
Ah,
being
there's
challenged
blokes
by
who,
the coaching staff. There's players being challenged by the coaching staff to step up and be a leader, and you can see it. And if you watch the games or you don't watch the games, you look at the box scores or you watch the highlights, and you're not getting the big picture um, of what actually is going on here. And there's some things going on, like, okay, we might not win the Super Bowl next year, but if we stick to our guns, in 5 years' time or 4 years' time, we could be a consistently winning team. But
yeah.
we've got to believe. We've got to believe in this. Everyone's got to
Hmm.
believe in it, and if we can block out the outside noise and get rid of some of this negativity, um,
Yeah,
there's some good things going on, and
that's right.
the win loss column isn't pretty at the moment. But let's be honest, did we expect it to be halfway through this season? Have you talk, Crazy Brave? Sorry, I'm rambling on.
Yep. No, I think there is a lot of positive things. I mean, people might think that I'm crazy saying that because we know that there's a lot of negativity just towards the Washington team, as there is. Um, but yeah, I think there's more positive things like the defensive side of the ball is it's now a solid unit, and I think we should be disappointed if we don't make the playoffs next year, regardless of the problems that we have on offense. It's going to be, once again, it's going to be a new, fresh thing next year. We'll have McLaurin back and a few other faces, but there's likely could be a quarterback change. So next year, all we're going to need to do is just run a solid, offensive game, and without shooting ourselves in the foot in the last minute of games. We should, with the defense, we should be expecting a playoff run next year, definitely.
Yeah,
Um,
no, I totally agree.
like,
And I just I got to shiver up my spine with excitement. I thought, yeah, like what we do need is we just need to get that running game a bit more consistent. We need more out of the run game, um, and then we will
yeah,
have, we can get away with some mediocrity, you know. But I don't think we have that anyway because we've got some guys out there who can make plays. I mean, we saw Cam Sims, Cam Sims coming along. Like, finally, we're seeing some of Cam Sims, and man, I'm excited about what we might have there with Cam Sims.
mm, yeah,
And we haven't seen Steven Sims Jr. Like, we haven't seen a lot of him, but we know he's got big play capability too. Um, and all these players, they can just look a little bit better in a year's time with a few extra pieces in place, like a better running game and better pass protection. A
yeah,
few cats there on the offensive line that
yeah.
you know
That's
um,
right.
that you know we've
You
got a
got to
few holes
remember,
there on the offensive line,
yeah.
but we've also got
It's
a
a
few
plan.
players. Hmm,
Sorry,
that's
uh,
right. You can't go build a team in one off season,
no,
especially this off season that we've just had.
yeah,
You just
it's,
can't. And I'm going to tilt my hat to Ron Rivera and his staff for just making bringing some of the boys together. Like we could have just said, well, fuck 'em, here we go again. As a team, I know a lot of the fans are doing that. It just doesn't feel that way for me. I feel a bit
no,
more like we are actually onto something here, and we just need to stay the course. And if
yeah.
everyone stays the course,
I'll just quickly say,
yeah,
yeah,
no, go ahead.
that's what I do like about the team is the camaraderie that some of the blokes have, you know, and they're young, you know.
Mm,
Uh,
mm,
Cole Holcomb, he's off his brain. Like he's got a mohawk and he screams at the camera. He's an enthusiastic guy. These are the players that we need.
yeah,
Someone who's a class clown and doesn't know it, but he likes going out there and breaking quarterbacks in half. You know,
mm,
um, we as as much as we talk about bringing in these skillful dudes. We need players who want to play football, but and enjoy it, and that's what I'm seeing. There's a few defensive players that we've got something to build around there, and we're hoping that Gibson keeps developing. At the moment, Gibson's just a little bit too flimsy on his feet. I think like he just got to maybe get that upper body strength so he can lower his shoulders and gain a few, get some tough yards when needed and square up rather than head try to get out to the sideline on every play.
yeah. No, for real. I mean, look, there's some players on this team that I'm looking forward to seeing the progression.
Mhm.
And and it's one of those we've got one of those teams that Cole Holcomb, he might be on the cover of Madden in 2 years' time, and people will be like, who? And we go, well, you haven't really been paying attention.
Yeah,
It's unlikely, of course, because he won't
and
be on the
look,
cover of Madden, but
no, that's right. Who
you know
knows?
what I mean. You know what I
When
mean.
when the
Like,
team's going well, when the team's going well, then you start injecting blokes, and they look good from the get go.
mm,
Because they've already got this solid thing behind them.
yeah,
Hopefully, I mean, we're not solid at the moment, but I believe Bryce Love is making his debut this weekend. So,
yes,
look,
yes,
I'm not going to, not here saying he's going to be the next this and that if he has 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. We need to see,
mm.
we just need to see, is he a football player? Is he going to
Well, exactly.
consistently do it? like, as the
He's got half a season now to get our attention. Um, you know, and get the coach's
apparently he's
attention.
that's right. He's the best running back, one of the highest ranked running backs in the 2019 draft. You know,
Do
much
you
talked
know?
about.
Do you know who he's replacing? I mean, we haven't seen much of Peyton Barber.
Must be Barber, I would say. I don't know
Yeah,
who he's
I
replacing. In
can't
fact,
imagine that he's not
yeah,
going to deactivate Gibson or McKissick, is he? So, I mean, like, is he going to be active on game day? I haven't even really heard that. I just know that he's back in practice.
yeah. Well, I guess they'll name the squad, release the squad 3 hours before kickoff, won't they?
Yep,
I don't
yep.
know. Can't
Oh, look,
answer that.
I want to see him if we're going to bench quarterbacks to see what we've got. I want to see what we've got
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Bryce Love. I mean, if like you said, if he can run for a buck 50 and a couple of TDs, then we might think shit. We might have
Mm,
that offense
yeah,
that I just spoke of
yeah. Turn around in a
5 minutes
hurry.
ago.
Like
Yeah,
who knows? I mean, it's just hey, play him. See what we've got.
mm.
It's not the end of the world if he's not going to perform. I mean,
Well, no, we've only
it
had
was
the one game this year with a running back over 100 yards, and that was against Dallas. With
yeah.
um, you know,
I mean, at this stage, I think we do need to bring in a new running back next year, regardless from the
yeah. Well,
draft or whatnot. But
I never viewed Antonio Gibson as a number one running back. I don't know what why everyone seems to think we need to get on Antonio Gibson. He's not a number one. Well, no, I don't think he ever was meant to be a number one.
no, he's just no.
But
He's
he's one of
filling the
those
role.
players
He's
that we,
playing the
yeah,
role that the coach wants him to at the moment.
that's right. He's one of those players that we kind of need out on the field because when he gets the ball in his hands, he's capable of doing something with it. Um, with that being said, I have enjoyed McKissick, but to me, he's almost similar to what Gibson is.
Yeah,
We don't have a one of those like a gap running backs that you know just powers up the middle and makes a
mm.
cut, and like it's just he's not one of those dudes.
And
But he's
what
great off
about?
the. Yep, go.
No, sorry. Finish that.
I was just gonna say
Finish.
he's just one of those. He's one of those dudes like he's good on the bubble screens and the delays and the draws and things like that. And he's like another receiver out there. So he's not a number one back.
No. Yeah. No, but that's it. So on offense, there's really there's McLaurin, and we've got Antonio Gibson and Moses. Um, we can build around those. It's not as much as the defensive side where we're almost stacked, and we've also got some young blokes. Um, so yeah, there's work to be done. We know that we're not probably going to win the Super Bowl this year. There's a chance. The chances are probably higher next year, but I wouldn't go, um, booking in any Washington Super Bowl party just yet. But there's a higher chance next year that we're going to make those playoffs and be right up there. What about special teams? Let's wrap up this. Before, yeah, I'll probably there's a few players that I'll start mentioning. I mean, look,
Oh,
no, I
sorry.
won't do that.
Hang on. Listen. Just
Yeah,
before we get to special teams, I just wanted to talk to you about the left tackle last week. And I just can't remember his name right now because we've gone through a few tackles out there this season, but
yeah,
he actually had a really good game, and I don't know. Obviously, we've got
wasn't Wes Martin playing at
no, it was definitely not
tackle?
Wes
Or,
Martin. No, definitely was not Wes Martin. This
I
dude's a
don't know.
rookie.
Yeah,
I just can't get his name right now.
Piers Backer or someone.
Yeah, but
Really,
no, he had a good game, and obviously Jerron Christensen, he's hurt,
yeah,
he's been out, and Sadiq Charles, he got hurt in his first start. So we do have those two guys, possible, future offensive lineman starters to look forward to
yeah,
as well. I don't know what we've got there. We
yeah.
haven't
No,
seen
there
enough
was
yet.
reports of solid performance, and yeah, it was all right. From what I saw, um, I'm not a great offensive line judge. I mean, I see sacks and I can look at stats on running game. Um, so I mean, I rated them. Give them a B there last week. They weren't terrible, were they?
No, no, it wasn't terrible by no stretch.
Mm,
Yeah,
it
I'd
would
like to
be
see the running game improve though.
yeah, yeah. We obviously, oh, absolutely, yeah. No, we do need to solidify our offensive line in the future. Um, I know, yeah. I mean, there might be some up and coming players, but maybe, um, yeah. Where's it going to come? Is it another tackle we need, or will it
Well,
be? Are we going to give up on our centres?
I think we're good on the right side there with Moses and Sheriff, um, Chase Roulier in the centre. It's the left side that's got, and that's the side that that's the blind side. That's the side you want to
Mm-hmm.
protect the most.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, and we losing obviously Trent Williams. Yeah, it was a big blow for us.
mm-hmm.
But such is life, and we've
Yep.
moved on from Trent Williams.
And
But
special teams, I think
special
that
teams,
they the return game has been fairly good. The decisions that have been made by the players
yep,
that aren't too bad. I mean, obviously the execution with a few fumbles has dropped the grade on the return game. Um, Coverage, yeah, fairly good. Kicking, absolutely terrible.
yeah,
Hopkins will be lucky to be on the squad next year, and I'll actually be disappointed if he is,
yeah.
considering what we are aiming for next year. Um,
Well, you know how I feel about D Hop, and it makes me too nervous. Well, every kick makes me fucking nervous,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I,
And
I,
the
I,
punter,
mm,
great. And what do you
I
think
Trez
about
Wayne's
our?
fine.
That's all I have to say about special teams. What about you?
Oh yeah, well, like I said, I think Trez Way's the bomb. Um, we haven't given away big plays this year. No returns, no big returns.
Did the Browns have a big decent one, didn't they?
Oh,
Or did they?
maybe.
Yeah, I think the Browns may have returned one on us.
Well, you're going to give away a couple.
That happens.
It does happen.
It's yeah, it's been okay.
Penalties haven't been too bad. I hate those penalties where it's half the distance from the goal, and we spoke about that during the Giants game. We had a decent return. Remember we had the return.
Yeah,
Sims brought it out to about the 41 or the 40, around the 40.
mm, yeah,
It was a great return. We both said, wait for that stupid fucking half the distance of the goal penalty that fucks us
yeah.
every time we do something good.
The block in the back.
Yeah, it never came, so that was good.
Oh yeah,
I think Sims has been out for most of the year. Um, but I look at him as like a good returner back there, a safe returner. Um, I don't know why the fuck Rivera had Isaiah Wright back there last week, man. The
mystery.
more I think about it, the more my blood boils because,
Yeah, don't let your blood boil.
mm, you know what I mean. You bang.
Isaiah Wright needs to eat a few more wheat bix. He's just he needs. I'm sorry, he looks scared sometimes. I've seen him,
Mm.
oh shit, I don't want to take a hit. Like that.
Yeah.
He needs
No,
to.
he
He
does.
just needs to toughen up.
Yeah. Yeah, he needs to have his Vegemite sandwiches and, you
Hmm.
know, grow some hair on his chest a little bit, Isaiah, unfortunately. But we'll have him in the squad next year. We'll bring him into camp and hopefully we have a full camp and,
Oh, he looked
have
good
us.
early on
He
receiving the
did.
ball.
No, he
Like the
did.
first couple of
He,
weeks, it looked like okay, this bloke knows how to make some plays. There's
yeah.
potential there.
It was refreshing. There's a dude out here I haven't seen before making some plays. Fuck.
Mm.
Okay. Let's see what he's got. Yeah, we're not going to sack him over that fumble, but I just don't know why Rivera put him back there and we didn't have
Yeah,
Sims or
yeah.
the special teams coach or whoever it was who said, "Yeah, let's do that." Yeah, well, it was a bad call. It was a bad call. Anyway, no, that's just a little halftime review there of the talent and the evaluation on the team. Yeah, I would like to see a new kicker next year. Hopkins has run his course for mine. You know, he'll probably float around the league for the next 10 years, but I just don't want him in Washington anymore unless he becomes like the hero.
Mm.
Then you can start
Doesn't miss again for the next 2 years.
exactly.
Totally redeems himself.
Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. You know what I mean? Mm. So moving ahead, Detroit off to the Motor City this week, Monday morning. How you feeling about this one? Like I said, Alex Smith undefeated against the Detroit Lions. He's getting the start now. His first start in how many years? 3 years, 2.5 years, and it's exciting actually.
Oh, it's going to be a great game. Yeah,
Looking forward to the game at Ford Field there in the Motor
that's right.
City.
Get
Fucking
out of the
Detroit.
division. Uh, play a bit of uh, football. See what we can do without. We've got some plays up our sleeve that no one's seen in the league, and it's time to go on a run. And starts
I
this week. I listen. I never really um, been getting into this playoff talk because I'm always I know the playoff mathematician, all the statistics. So I knew that we would be in the race in week 9. It's pretty, it's logical. Uh, but I've had a look at the schedules on Philadelphia Eagles, and it is actually harder than Washington's schedule. They have got some
It is.
games, and
Yeah.
if the Giants beat the Eagles this week, the Giants might actually win the NFC East and go to the Super Bowl. It's typical of New York. So they're paying 151s. Uh, I'm not suggesting going back to Giants, but if the Giants can beat Philadelphia this week, they are in the front running for the NFC East. Um, Washington would be about a half a game behind them with 7 left. You know, it's
Mm.
it's it's close. We've got to start winning some games. If we do, we're in it. That the
Can you tell me the line on the game this week?
Yeah, well,
Getting back to
this is what's going on. I don't know whether Matt Stafford is playing because they had that um, suspended or betting suspended on the Washington Lions game, and I was wondering what's going on. If someone had COVID or
well, Stafford was
but
in COVID protocol last week, but he didn't play. Did he play last week?
no, they had the open date.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so I think they had the open date. No, I think Stafford's playing. Yeah, it's 5.5.
He didn't.
The Lions are 5.5 point favourites. They're expecting them to smash us.
No, 5 points isn't a smashing.
Well,
Um,
it's a high margin. Look,
They're
Stafford's got a
expecting
great
to.
offense. That's not anything that we should be scared of. We've got a great defense, and this is where we're going to win the game. if on
Well,
the
I think we're going to
defensive
win.
side of
I
the
think
ball.
we're going to win the game on the offensive. I mean, with look, the defense is going to make plays, but I think we're going to win the game because we're going to be able to move the chains
Well, they're going to need
offensively.
three touch. They're going to need three touchdowns and at least two field goals. We're going to need 27 points, I believe.
I'm not going
20,
to tell
24 to 27.
I'm not going to tell Crazy Brave 74 what to do this week with his Crazy Five, but I've got this game in the bag, baby. This week,
Oh
I got
yeah,
a
no,
good,
I like the five and
I've
a
got,
half head start. Hell,
I've got a good
I,
old
I,
feeling about this. I
I'm
really
just
do.
telling you what everyone else thinks. Yeah, yeah, no, five and a half. Hey, yeah,
Yeah,
I could do it. Yeah, I think that
that's why I was asking because I
The
know.
Redskins are due for a win. They've, haven't been close in the last 2 weeks, but as you say, there's some things going on behind the scenes that are showing that the team's gelling, and
Mm.
we're only a moment away from some great games.
Yeah. Oh, look, we I said to my homeboy uh, on Thursday night. I said, look, hey, that game against the Giants, mate, it was a great game. What a game! You know, at least they kept us entertained. Were you not entertained? I was.
Yeah,
You know, did you walk out of my house disappointed? Of course you did. You know,
yeah,
and
no, it was
that's
We're playing
you know,
football like we were in the game. That's all I want as a fan. I don't mind being disappointed about we lost the game. It's going to happen. Shit, it could happen in the Super Bowl. Brace yourself. Like
yeah,
that's football. I'll be back. Um,
for sure.
like, yeah, we just want to see consistency, like rather than kind of it's going to be a bad play. We want to be feeling confident when we're in situations as fans for a while. That'd be nice.
Yeah, yeah,
It doesn't
that's
mean that
right.
the results doesn't mean the results will go your way. We're still going to get, when you've got a good team and you lose football games, you start getting shitty. You know,
Yeah,
it's the
no, no,
shittiness is only
exactly.
get the shittiness is going to be the same shittiness that it is when we're a bad team
That's
and we
right. I mean,
lose.
when you're winning, you know, your expectations are high, and your misery. You know, it's like fuck. Well, when you lose, it's like, you know, we lost.
Mm,
And
yeah,
when you the Washington football team, it's like, well, you're more like that when they win. It's like,
mm,
we
yeah,
won, fucking yes. But yeah, I mean, like it's about watching your team put in an effort and be in the game. And like I said earlier, down 17 points, and lo and behold, here we come. 10 minutes to go, and we've got a 3 point game.
yeah.
You
We
know,
had two
from
chances to win
there,
the game.
yeah, that's right. And from there on out, you're like, well, it doesn't matter that we're down 17 points anymore because right now we're only down three,
That's right.
and we
We're
have
not
this
getting,
momentum.
yeah, we're just not getting the games right, so to speak. I know that sounds.
Hmm.
It's that 60-minute game
Hmm.
that we're not executing for 60 minutes, and until we do that, you know, that's what it's going to be.
100%.
Everything else we're getting right.
Hmm. Yeah, no doubt. Well, yeah, look, it's going to be a good game this week against Detroit, and you know I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
Um, you know, I like Ford Field. I think you know we've seen a few
yeah,
good games there, and yeah, I think
yeah. We're going to get
I
let
remember
our running backs loose.
on that
Oh,
AstroTurf. Yeah, we haven't. Yeah,
yeah.
AstroTurf
Oh,
games. How many AstroTurf games have we played this year?
well, I think the Cardinals have some kind of artificial
Uh,
turf.
yeah. No, the Cardinals have real grass, Crazy
Yeah,
Brave.
yeah,
And what they do is they slide their field's on a retractable
No.
yes,
Yeah.
and it slides outside, and they
Mm.
give it some sun, and then they bring it back in.
Ah.
True, that's
Yeah.
facts.
Yeah.
Real
Oh, it's
grass.
amazing. Yeah. Yeah. It is. You're right.
Out there in Arizona, so they've got nice green. They get the nice sun and plenty of water,
Mm-hmm.
obviously because they got the
Yeah.
sprinklers on. But
Oh,
yep, that's what they do out there. But yeah, and this would be our first artificial turf game, I believe.
yeah. Oh well.
Just an
We
interesting
played at
fact.
MetLife. We played at MetLife.
Oh yeah, that shit
Yeah.
fucking
But look,
yeah.
indoors. Oh, Lions is indoors. Oh, and the league's changed. I don't know whether teams have got indoor stadiums, outdoor stadiums, AstroTurf, real grass. No, I do. But yeah, the Lions is an indoor stadium, where the Giants is an open field. So
Yeah,
they
yeah.
can, I guess, their AstroTurf might get slippery. I don't know if that's a thing. Um,
Nah,
obviously,
nah. The only thing about AstroTurf is, or artificial grass, or whatever the fuck they call it these days, is it's more prone for injuries, in my
yeah.
opinion.
Well,
But
yeah. I basically just think we need to play good defence. We need to stop Stafford. I think that is the
mm,
key. I know that I said we will need to score at least 3 touchdowns, which will be a good offensive day. But Matt Stafford's that kind of bloke that if we go down and score a nice touchdown off 4 plays, he'll come back and do 1 in 3. Yeah, he's dangerous.
yeah, no, I
He'll
want Matt Stafford um, in Washington next season.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Well, it's a
Yeah.
possibility.
No,
Just watch this
well,
space.
hey,
Watch this space.
well, if we're going to start talking about that, but we won't because we've been going on quite a bit. We've got a bit to get
That's
through.
okay. That's okay.
But yeah, I am a believer of bringing in a veteran quarterback. We've seen what Brad Johnson did for us in 2000 when we were struggling for so long, and that was a kind of rebuild until he disappeared later on. But yeah, I think a veteran quarterback, Mark Brunell, look what he did. Came in, he's not the most exciting player. It's frustrating when he drops back and throws it out of bounds. Oh, why are you doing that? Frustrating. But
Mm.
he knows how to win a game. Like he can pick up a first down, and he could scramble. They bring in someone who understands those kind of things. That's what I'd like. But we'll talk about that, I would think, at much length later on.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we are going to bring R2 Ramu in, I think. R2, you ready to come in? Yeah. No, we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring R2 Ramu in, guys. See what R2's been up to this week. All right. And R2, what's cracking? Welcome.
Hello.
I fucked that up a bit this week.
Well, doesn't matter. It's still Friday the 13th, and straight off the bat, I'm had a drink of my black cat. Skinsfanatic Live. Fuck yeah, congratulations on the sponsorship. That's great news. Bro 74. Dibs on some chairs, bro. Yeah. Wow. What a week.
Yeah, no, yeah, big news. Got the sponsorship, Crazy Brave 74, and the big win to come with it. It's been an exciting week here for Skinsfanatic Live, and and probably more importantly, you've got yourself some new cans and some new audio, which is you know, good for you.
I hope it's working. I need something because my voice sounds real robotic. It's like muffled.
It's
No
not.
feedback from my own ears.
Oh right. Yeah. Now you have to work on that.
I don't know. I don't know. This is good. I feel pretty cool. I'm
Yeah, you can
repping.
hear me though. You can hear me.
Oh, this is great. What a good show tonight.
Mm.
I said earlier, it was one of my favourites this weekend was the Redskins and Lions game.
Yeah.
Skins and Lions.
Oh, yeah. I'm pumped for that. I'm looking forward to that one.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. It's in
This,
my five favourites, crazy five favourite games to watch this weekend. Yeah.
Redskins Lions there. Everyone wants me to include that in Crazy's five. Hey, we'll stay tuned because at the moment my bookie is giving me a little bit of grief and not releasing the odds for that, trying to throw the timing out because he knows when I like to put my bets on. So they're just hiding, and they will release them at some later date, and then I'll pounce.
Look, what's important, as long as he's giving you your motherfucking money,
Oh, I
you
get
want
my
your
money.
money.
Yeah.
You want your
Yeah.
money. Give me my fucking money.
Oh, it's just
Oh,
games. It's just games at the moment. Yeah, it's all right. Yeah. No, it was.
I I wanted that to work better for myself this weekend. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had something on it, did you? Yeah. Well done. No, that's very good.
I wanted, I didn't get it because of the
Oh,
fuck up.
yeah,
And now I'm getting all these bonus bets and everything sent to
yeah,
me on my phone, and it's just,
yeah. You'll have some bonus bets there to have a little flutter this weekend if you like to. They will take
yeah.
care of you.
oh, well, you've got it. I, I was kind of blown away watching the show and getting all emotional because it's like a good thing that's happening out there in Washington. And it's good you guys see it and keep fucking pumping that to people. Keep telling them to stay with the team and how they play, and what's going on out there. It takes time, man.
Yeah, it's going to
You
take
don't
some
have to
time.
look far. You don't have to look far to see how it can be done and who does it when. And next thing you know, you're having 10 years of glory. Like, without, it may not still be championships and whatever, but it's still glory, like, ahead of the game. And then you
I'll tell you one of
the
the
old
reasons why
saying,
I feel
any
like
given Sunday.
I'll tell you one of the reasons why I feel like we are on the cusp of something, and it is basically because this is the first time in forever since the '91 team or whatever that we've actually had some decent pass rush. You know, some monsters on that defensive line. You know what I mean? Like that's what gives me the encouragement. Is they're all young. They're all young dudes, man. Like Chase Young, he's a young man. Literally a young man. And
Yeah,
when he
99.
becomes when he becomes a man, woof, he is going to rip people's fucking heads off. When you look at Aaron Donald in LA, like he's a grown man. You know what I mean? And when you watch him play, you know. You just know. Like, you can tell. He's a grown man. He's grown man shit. He's got hairs on his nuts.
Yeah, very solid, very solid
But I was thinking when we were talking about all that sort of stuff, it's like repping the Suns, like I think there's something going on there that has been going on for 6 years or so, 5 years maybe, that's been solid, even though it's not anywhere near being in playoffs or whatever. It's just been a good thing, and it's going to continue to be like that. The side's going to get a winning record
sure.
very soon. That's what it's built on, and you can see that that's built on. Look, everyone's going to win or lose, and records aren't going to fall your way. You can't predict next year that you're going to playoffs over there in Washington, as much as I can say the Rams are going to be in the playoffs again next year. Oh man, there's just so much going on right now. Halfway point, I'm cut like you guys, and I felt it. That a sweep is a sweep, but against New York, sorry. We have our own problems over here with the 49ers or whoever, but that's got to hurt. And what's hurt to me is that we took one from Miami and just couldn't do anything right in special teams, offense, 4 turnovers in the first half and shit. Not good enough. Then the bye week came around and I lost myself over here in Australia. For anyone in America watching the State of Origin series that started, and we're in a 3-week series and it's off its head. And my side, the Rams, have been in a bye, so that's 2 weeks undusted. So I'm a bit rusty on the old stats at the moment, boys, with the NFL as it goes. All I know is Higby and the boys are all going to rip in again. Fucking Goff, fucking everyone. Yes. Yes. 5-3.
Look, I
second half, we need to be 6-2 in this second half of the year.
I find, having just a bit of a week off to recharge the batteries and during the NFL season when your team has the bye, just check out a couple of the other games. It's a good time to just relax a little bit. It's always comes around at a nice time.
And the NFL is something that you can always, it's a horse you can always jump back onto, you just pull that front zipper down on Roger Goodell's trousers and, it's...
relax, don't do it.
It's a bit like watching Home and Away or Neighbours, you can just pick it up whenever you want and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, right, gotcha.
It's off its brain. Yeah, like all the excitement, like the excitement that we've already had in the previous 9 weeks is about to be eclipsed. Like as unbelievable as it sounds, like the games are only going to get better.
Another level, man.
Yeah, and then it's going to be huge. It's going to be real exciting, and I can't wait. We got some big games, like huge games.
We do some big.
Might even have and for those people who like their nostalgia, it could be the old Miami Buffalo AFC Championship game, or something like that.
That nostalgia. I tell you, if it's not the Washington football team this year that, and obviously we haven't been setting the world on fire, but I'm enjoying, watching the Dolphins rise back up to the top, and my Buffalo Bills, and just some really good teams out in this league that are exciting to watch, you know. And some good young quarterbacks that are coming up. Like, geez, I love that Justin Herbert. You know, he throws just a beautiful ball, doesn't he? Like,
Oh, yeah, oh,
geez, you know,
the quarterback talent is off its brain. There's about 40 top quarterbacks, and there's only 32 teams. Like, it's just
mm,
you can't.
it's
I
nuts.
I don't even know if this quarterback ranks, but that Jets pass to the wide receiver where he touchdown, but of course it was,
Mhm.
we don't know.
Yeah, Crowder's Jamison Crowder's
But it was
touchdown from
perfect. It was
Joe
perfect.
Flacco. Joe
It
Flacco
was
after
perfect. Yeah.
the
Yeah,
That
old
was
man,
that
the
was the
magician.
highlight of the week. When I switched over and I caught the glimpse of that, I went watching it like just go and boom, it hit him. I went, oh, the ref. It doesn't matter. Show me that again. Yes, that was unreal. That was brilliant. I love that stuff.
So Flacco's the quarterback at the
What's
Jets
that
now. So
noise in
what's
the
happened?
background, man?
It's Pete's
Sorry.
cat.
Yeah, it's the cat. Move on with the show.
Um, so what's the go with the quarterback situation in New York? Um, is is I'm going to give him a chance to get rid of the cat. Um, Joe Flacco's the quarterback now in New York. I can't remember the other dude's name, but obviously he's on the outer because they had the young fella, um, the Jets quarterback, Crazy Brave, that was being replaced
Getting a
by
bit
Flacco.
old.
Darnold. Yeah,
Darnold,
he's Sam Darnold.
Sam
Yeah,
Darnold. Has
Sam
he been
Darnold.
just benched? He's no
No,
good.
no, he's hurt again.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
hurt.
yeah. That's look. They got a good thing with him. I don't know whether they're going to go for a quarterback in the draft, as everyone uh, is suggesting. We'll
Yeah.
wait and see. It's going to and it's all quarterbacks that are going to be available in free agency are going to have people very excited if you like that kind of thing. Um,
Yeah. Look, we do, don't we?
they're going to be they're going to be pumping up blokes that um, are 2-9, like Dwayne Haskins and things like that. You know, trying to sell. They sell and then they turn around and go, "Oh, he's a bust."
Look, here's what I want. Here's what just quickly. Here's what I want us to do next year. I want us to sign Matthew Stafford, right? And if that Zach Wilson from BYU is still available somewhere between the second and the third round, I want us to draft him. And then I want him to learn off Stafford and then take over because Zach Wilson from BYU is a hell of a player.
Yeah, there you
That's
go.
Brigham Young University.
Yeah.
And I think that if we can bypass and a quarterback in the first round and maybe get an offensive lineman or that stud running back or whatever it may be, we'll be in the playoffs next year.
Yeah, well, I want to bring Colt McCoy back and, have him one last go at. No, I don't look. I want Kyle. I wanted Kyle Allen to be a winner this year, and he didn't disappoint me. It's just so frustrating what happens with our quarterbacks. Look, I want Kyle Allen and I want Dwayne Haskins on the roster next year. That's where I stand with the quarterback position at the moment. I didn't say start. If they want to go and draft someone, go do it. But I want to see Dwayne Haskins and Kyle Allen on the football team next year.
Yeah, well, by
Yeah,
all sounds of it, Kyle Allen will be on the team next year. I mean, we drafted a fifth round. We traded a fifth round pick for him.
yeah,
Um, so
yeah. Oh, I'm not scared of
it's
going into the season again with those two blokes. Like we're in the race this year apparently. Yeah, with 8 weeks to go, like we're going to get better as well. And you know, this is we're hoping that this coaching staff does that. So yeah, I want to see people. I want to see familiar faces and let them build on something there, and then get rid of them. But look, don't know. That's my position. I know that a lot of people are going to be totally against me suggesting that Dwayne Haskins comes back, especially when the draft gets closer and there's these folk here on the board and I'm going, oh, I think we should keep Dwayne. I'm going to be, I'm going to name a lunatic, but that's what I feel.
I want
yeah,
to see people stop whinging about Sean McVay and Jared Goff on the internet over bloody whatever. I'm over that shit.
So
Uh,
what's the gripe with McVeigh? He don't. No one likes his play calling now.
yeah, yeah, he's boring. Like it's kind of his comparison would be to maybe like Bellamy at the moment, but without the results. But that is still to come. Wow, you lost one last year, couldn't back it up the year after. He's not going away. There's nothing wrong with him, in my opinion.
Oh, it's
But
it's ama-
but
It's
yeah,
amazing.
he's been called out. He's been called out. He just doesn't pick up and change against the team. Like he doesn't. He wants
Make
to keep staying
adjustments.
with his own. Yeah, he refuses almost to do adjustments and wants to stick to what he has as that game and finish it. And it's always right, mostly, but he gets that result still and in the game, which is what you guys are experiencing now in Washington, going, oh, we didn't fucking fold that shit and just go, fuck it. You're in there and seeing them have a shot at any time in the game. That's what his style is. And a lot of people are saying that's boring.
Yeah, it amazes the shit out of me how someone, how coaches and quarterbacks can just fall from grace in 12 months in this league. You know, because the Redskins fans are still crying in their fucking soup about letting McVay go. Oh, we should never have let McVay go. Well, he wasn't the head coach, and you give these assistants, offensive coordinators, are usually the ones who get the head job opportunities. So, you know,
Yeah, I mean
yeah,
that is the one thing, isn't it? Like we did give Sean McVay a go. He had a go, and he had two NFC East championships, and it was
Yeah.
very, he did very well. But yeah,
Oh,
it's
he's
time to move.
around.
It becomes time that it comes a time where it's like, nah, you need to move on, like because yeah,
you
you
say that
you your
like
shit's
we said
been
to him, you need to move on. But they had teams coming at him going, we want to interview you for the head
yeah
coaching job,
yeah
and he's like, well,
he
I'm not going to stay
becomes
here and in Washington and continue to move the chains, getting paid offensive
no,
coordinator money.
that's
I'm going
right.
to go to LA where they're going to pay me millions on bloody millions to be the head coach because that's what I want to be as a head coach. So that's just the
Yeah, and
league,
he's
mate.
going to be around for years with anybody or everybody. Um, I don't believe the Rams will ever hit panic button and flip out just yet.
No.
it's nonsense. I don't believe that shit, right? I'm just saying that's what people are throwing around, going, there's no mix up with what he does. He's big-headed offensively on his own plays, shit like that. So happy
Yeah.
days. He knows what he's doing, and like I said, he'll be around for a long time coaching
Oh yeah.
head coach.
Oh, he will be.
Everywhere,
Yeah.
anywhere.
Yeah, that's right.
Good
That's
and
Sounds
that's
good to
what
me.
that's what I was just saying. I was just
different
saying that
story.
you, uh, 4 years is enough. Like for those people who wanted whinging about Sean McVay leaving Washington, well, that's what I'm saying. There's no need to be whinging. He did his 4 years, and he gave us two championships. He's been over in LA. He's done his 4 years. He's given you some good times. Yeah,
Yeah,
it gets rusty, and that's what happens in the league. These blokes do get, you know, picked and moved. So I mean, look, what the Rams are doing, I think McVay will get an extension. He's not leaving just yet, but you're right.
no,
There will be a
no,
time where
because he's
he will
doing what you
move
guys
on.
are doing. But we're already 3 years ahead of you guys, basically from when we started going, well, we're not going to
Yeah,
take that shit anymore, and started up a good club culture, fucking team, and away we went.
yeah. I hear that. I
Uh,
hear that Sean McVay refers to the media by their first names. Is that correct? Do they? He's a bit friendly with the media. Too friendly with the media, is he?
it's his conferences.
It's
He
his
goes,
thing, yeah.
yeah,
I
he goes in there and
I'm
says,
not sitting in on them. I'm not watching
Rachel,
them. Yeah, okay. Well,
next,
there's nothing. Yeah, I
yeah,
know what
yeah,
Sean McVay's a very confident kind of bloke. Like he's not. Yeah, I don't think too much about him doing that. No. But
well,
it's curious.
everybody in the league has a persona, don't they? It's a persona. They all do it. Everybody in sport who has to then step up into the camera and rep their team, don't step back. You're the boss. You've got to rep the team. You're doing that, aren't you? You're going in there saying, well, yeah, ask me what I thought about the defence, David, or all that sort of stuff. Yeah, it's great. I love watching those things. I love watching the presses, yeah. But
For sure.
it's always good, to get that perspective too. And the players do it. You get to see them as people when they come out and do that. They're like, "Hello, what's happening?"
Yeah, no, look, I
it's
think McVay
it's
is a good coach. I think, you probably are just interacting with like I am, and like there's people have nothing but bad things to say, and and the people who have good things to say just don't say anything, and that's where I'm at
yeah,
with these fans that I'm dealing with. Like, I don't deal with them because I don't respond to them, but um, there's just it's if you're gonna have something to say on your online forum or your Facebook fan page or whatever it is, it's not going to be much positive. Everyone's always going to say more after a loss than they will after a win, and the coach bagging and the quarterback bagging is normally at the top of the list, you know, or the defense. It's one of those top three. It's the defense, the coach, or the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And you get used to it. You got to the LA fans have got to realise that what they've got before it's gone, because you can run a fan base
that's
can run
right.
a fan base can run a coaching staff, a quarterback, or a star player out of town. So, I think that loss to the 49ers and the Dolphins really cut the throats of the
Yeah.
Rams fans.
I had big things predicted for the 49ers. It doesn't appear that that's going to work out, but I may still be correct in my Seattle Seahawks prediction that they're just not what everyone thinks they are. We'll wait and see. But
I
the
vaguely
NFC West is a very good race. Yes, Skinsfanatic.
I vaguely remember that now. What was your prediction on Seattle? They won't make the playoffs?
No, I think, yeah, I said Seattle won't make the playoffs. That's right, correct. I don't think I said the
I don't
49ers would
believe you.
win the NFC West, but
Wow, you got me thinking now. I reckon if you go back, I might have said everybody in our division except Cardinals.
yeah, no, well, look, I'm okay with being wrong. I mean, the 49ers, they were close. And they're still not done yet, but they're just, yeah, the last 2 weeks hasn't been their greatest.
Oh,
Apart
look,
from,
if I see an 8-week battle between the Rams and the 49ers jostling for 8 and 7, 7
yeah,
gets you in. Remembering that now.
yeah,
As long as we finish ahead of them and they don't get in, if we don't get in, it doesn't matter. But if we finish ahead of them still, I'll take that out of this season. That we get to Bay. You're not getting past us, boys, over there in San Francisco. Fuck off. Okay?
Does anyone want
You
to
just heard
talk?
from R to ram you.
Does anyone want to talk Super Brew tipping competition?
Let's
yeah,
do it.
Well,
yeah.
I have just got to give credit where credit is due, and you know, Crazy Brave 74. I mean, not only has he been cashing in, lately, but he's tipping, and like he's still bringing it up the rib. That's cool. Tipping is coming on like tremendously, and
It's up there, yeah.
Uh,
It's very exciting week. Very, very exciting week.
as you can
it's
see,
an embryo.
it's
It's growing,
yours truly,
building.
Sorry, I just want to. Yours truly still leading the competition, and I have broken away just a tad with those margins, but it's tightened back up right now, and you can see Crazy Brave has had that yellow cap.
Hang on. I
Yeah.
goal capped it last week.
No, you didn't. I did.
Well, look, I'll let you guys debate that. I think actually R2 might be right.
You're on the wrong. That's the week when we had the bye.
No, this is right. This is up to date.
Yeah, I had a
Mate.
huge weekend again last week.
Yeah, you did. You got a perfect week last week, didn't you?
I don't think I did because I believe I picked.
That was the week before.
I think I picked Chicago or Tennessee. Tennessee got beaten last week, something like that.
Yeah, let's talk about that today, though. Tennessee eventually getting walloped by the Colts. I mean, wow.
Yeah, let's go through the picks.
Yeah, let's
I
do
got one
this.
thing to say about that game. I love a good punt pop for a touchdown. I didn't
Yeah,
pick it though, and none of us did. No, we all went Tennessee.
Yeah, no, I had Tennessee by 3 points in that game, and no, none of us got it. It was horrendous.
yeah. I
Yeah.
had Tennessee by I can't even see that at the moment, but I think I had them by about 10. Was that? It doesn't really. Yeah, that's
Well,
fine.
everyone
We
bring
all
up
bought them.
their
I've got it now. I'm
picks because
ready
we're
for
about to
the
go.
next games. Yes,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
that
So
Tennessee game's over now.
we all got today's game wrong. Yesterday's game wrong. The next game on my list is the Cincinnati Bengals at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Don't underestimate the Bengals. With the Pittsburgh nearly losing to Dallas last week. But I'm still going with Pittsburgh in this game by 10 points. Just 10 points.
Yeah, I like Pittsburgh to hit back somewhat after a flat performance last week. I'm going to back them by 8.
8, nice.
I am not underestimating Joe Burrow at all over there at Cincy. I've gone Steelers by 3. Respect.
All right, here's the game of the week. The Washington football team heading to the Motor City to take on the Detroit Lions. I did say I've got a feeling that I'm losing my voice. I had a feeling that we will lock this one in. Matter of fact, I'm going to lock it right now. Actually, I'm not, because I'm going to change it. But right now, I've got Washington by 4. But I'm feeling a bit more. I'm thinking maybe 7.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've got Washington by 3. Yeah, I do also think it's a good bet if you can see that the Redskins have got any kind of head start this week. Might be an option there for you to put something on that.
Yep. I'm just going to quickly update that before you go, R2. I have locked in Washington by 7. They're going to cover that 5.5 points.
Well, they've actually got a 5.5 head start, so they're not.
Oh,
Thank you,
okay. No,
Skinsfanatic
hang on.
81. Thank you.
I
All
thought you said
right.
Detroit had the 5.5.
You guys.
Sorry, go on, R2. Confusion here.
Yeah, well, thank you. Like I said, that was my pick. Washington by 7. I had it. Like, I feel confident about this one, and I'm gonna go that 7. Now you want to
Yeah.
thanks for joining my confidence with 7-point win.
Yeah, which will cover
Boom.
any kind of spread
Yeah.
that you or any kind of thing that the bookie is going to offer you. So, yeah, I mean, I did say that the Lions were the
I haven't
actual
looked at that
favourite.
yet.
Yep, word. All right, 100%.
Yep.
Haven't looked at any spreads yet.
Next game, Houston Texans at the Cleveland Browns. So the Browns have won 5. The Texans have won 2. They won their last game, the Texans, but I'm going to take Cleveland in this game by 7. Cleveland's at home. Cleveland by 7. Another game by 7 for me. Close games this week again. I can't predict the blowouts. Can't do it.
This is one of the exciting games of the week here. Cleveland and Houston. Houston's been pretty hot of late. Cleveland's got big promise for this season, but haven't strung it together yet. Here's their chance to go out and perform against a team that's on the rise. I'm going to take Cleveland just by 3. 3 points.
Yes. Bring it on. Bring it on. I'm going Cleveland by 12 in this one. I think they've got that nice scoreline in it this week for them in their favour. Go Browns.
Yeah, I like that actually. When you said 12, I just felt like, yeah.
I know it's
12
adventurous,
points.
but still, and it's not flogging either. It won't be a flogging.
No. Houston's got talent. All right, moving along. Oh, and the Philadelphia Eagles up against the New York Giants in the Meadowlands of New York. I am taking. I'm taking the Giants by 3 points in this game. The Giants were very unlucky to lose to the Eagles a few weeks back in Pennsylvania, and they're going to get this one at home. 2 in a row for the Giants. Fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I'm also backing New York Giants this week. The best team in the NFC East at the moment. I've got them by two. Yeah, I just unfortunately I think the Giants are headed for the top prize. Yeah, it's true. The Giants swept us.
All right.
We got
You know what?
swept by the
I
Giants. We
was
got
waiting on
swept
an
by the
answer.
Giants, man.
I was waiting on an answer.
Until we, till
Hey,
we, till the season finishes and we're on top of them. And
can I
it
go
will.
first in the next round of tips?
Well, can we get yeah?
Can I, can I,
Yeah, we'll switch
can
it.
I go first? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
cool.
we'll
As
switch it.
of now, I've got Philly winning this one by 17. Um, yeah, I think that might happen. Also, I've got in the next game the Bucks by 12. See on that one.
Fair enough. Oh, so hang on. What's going on? You
He's just
just
made it now.
I'm leading.
Now,
I'm
yeah,
leading the next.
I know.
I gave him my
I
Philly pick. There's my Tampa Bay pick. You guys keep talking about that same game. I'm out, man. I'll be back for the next
all
tip.
right. Oh,
Got to
okay.
go to the
Toilet
dunny.
break. Okay, toilet break. Yeah, no doubt. I got confused. I got confused. Fair enough.
yeah, Tampa Bay, Carolina, Tampa Bay at Carolina. So that's what we're not. Don't get confused. We're just back
He skipped
going
Jacksonville Green Bay.
anti-clockwise.
Yeah,
Oh,
but he
he
skipped
has. Yeah,
Jacksonville
yeah,
Green Bay.
he has. All
Yeah.
right.
Okay. I have. What did he say? He had Tampa Bay by what? 5.
No, yeah, and I will go. I've got Tampa Bay by two.
Okay.
And I
Why
think
didn't you tell you
it's
guys?
going to be no because we're going anti-clockwise this time.
Oh, but I'm the host, so I go first.
Okay.
Yeah. No. That's all right. I got Tampa Bay in this one by 9 points, and it's hard to go by after their fucking caning last week. Um, Tampa Bay only putting up the 3 points and getting their asses
Yeah.
kicked by who kicked their ass?
New Orleans, and yeah, look,
Yeah.
this one might be in Crazy's five. I'll back Carolina if they've got any kind of decent head start. We'll see.
Yeah, Carolina loses of their last 4 games.
Mm. Yeah, but I think I'll take a 6.5 head start.
Yeah. So who's got the six
I've
and a
got,
half?
well, I don't know. The odds haven't come out yet, but yeah, the Panthers will have the head start. Tampa is going in as no, actually, the bookmakers have got Carolina as the favourites. So
Yeah, right.
yes, correct. That's right. Tampa Bay would have the head start, and it's 1.5. It's 1.5 points.
Okay.
So
I actually went I went Bucks by 12, not 5.
5, and you also missed the Green Bay game, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, we're going back now. You missed Jacksonville Green Bay.
Oh, after the Phillies. Sorry. Yep.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
this is why you would never host the show.
But I
You
gave
just
a
don't have
good
it,
heads up. I gave a good heads up. I was just
Mm.
giving you another one to go on. But let's go. You're right.
Yep,
Right.
we're in overtime.
Yeah, I've got
I
Jacksonville
like
Green
overtime.
Bay. Jacksonville at Green Bay. I've been generous here, but I'm just going to take Green Bay by 13 points. 13 points. 2 touchdowns.
Mm. Yeah, I like the Packers by 9. I actually don't like any of these teams to feature in the playoffs uh, at the end of the year. But the game's being played. It's a bit of a nothing game for me. Green Bay by 9.
For real.
Yeah,
You
Yeah,
don't
I
like
for
Green
real.
Bay in the
Yeah,
playoffs?
yeah. I have Minnesota. I have the Vikings as one of my better teams in the NFC North.
Well, you understand it's an expanded playoff format this year, so there's
Yeah,
only lost 2
okay.
games.
Green Bay will be in the playoffs, but they're not going to scare anyone. I don't think. Yeah, I'd love to be playing them first.
All right, I wouldn't, but go on.
yeah,
Yeah,
Green
absolutely.
Bay. I'm the same as you, Skinsfanatic with the 2, but I'm throwing on another one. I've got them by 20. Gone the Packers by 20 in this one. Yeah, I'm prepared to put that out there for this.
Yeah, no, that's good. We all like confident
They
pets.
should beat. They should.
Yeah,
They should. They should beat the Jags, and they should beat them by 13. And if it's not 13, it's only 8. I still get a point for picking Green Bay. I'm a bit off with the bonus, but if it is 13 and then there's more, well, 20, I'm taking that on Green Bay. With
Yep,
the
I
yeah,
like
ticket.
no
it.
doubt. No, that's good. I like it. I like it. Los Angeles Chargers, Miami Dolphins in Miami. Dolphins are on fire. I've got the Fins by 5 points. Fins up, bitches.
Mm. Yeah, I've actually gone for the Miami Dolphins by 20 this week. I think it'll all come to a head. If people haven't noticed the Miami Dolphins by now, I think they will after this weekend shellacking of the Chargers. Give me the Dolphins by 20.
Yeah. Um, I think the Chargers could give them a scare, but I've got the fears they're off by. The defense is good, but I don't think their offense will click as confidently this week. I've got them by 6. Miami.
Yep. All right. Very good. The Denver Broncos will be heading to the Las Vegas Chargers. I mean, the Las Vegas Raiders. I will never get that fucking name right. Whether it's the city or the nickname. The Las Vegas Raiders in a divisional matchup here. That obviously Denver's first ever trip to the Vegas to play
Death
football.
Star.
The Death Star.
Mm.
Um, it's just a tough game, and this will be a game I would like to watch. I've got the Vegas by 3 points.
Mm. And you likely will be able to watch any game you want because there's only 4 or 5 early games this weekend. So at 5 a.m., you've only got 4 games going on. The rest of them are later. I'm going to take the Raiders by 8 in this one to continue their hot streak and people start thinking about they might make the playoffs.
Yeah,
Wow, I'm really confused because we didn't do the Bills cards game and my list, and I've lost it. I can't even find my Las Vegas pick against who are they playing?
Denver.
Is it the
Denver.
Broncos? Yeah. All right. I can't see it. Oh no. Yeah. No. I'm pretty
You got it
sure I
written
went.
down, or is it on your phone? Oh, you got it on
Yeah.
your
No,
phone.
it's
Yeah,
written
right.
down. No, it's not. But I'm going to Vegas. I'm on Vegas. I like it. Pretty sure I went with the Vegas by 5 or something like that. Even though Broncos in Vegas. It's on, baby. They're up to it. I just don't want to pick Broncos. Sorry.
All right.
I'm not sorry. Just, yeah.
All right.
Sorry, man.
Moving
I lost that pick. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Have you got the rest of your picks, or they?
They're
You good
pretty
for the
good.
rest?
Let's go.
All right. Moving on. My Buffalo Bills at the Arizona Cardinals. Got the Bills in this game by 10 points. Cardinals.
It's going to be a good game. Yeah, real exciting game. One I've got circled down. I'm going to take the Bills by 7. Don't know how confident I am about this. I know that Buffalo's got a great defense, and we're going to see what the Arizona offense can do. I'm just interested to see. Yeah, can't wait. Bills by 7.
I'm glad you brought up confidence, Crazy Brave 74, because you know it's just guessing, but at the moment in my head, and I've looked at it, and I'm confident I've gone Bills by 5. Actually, no, I wasn't confident. That's why I went Bills by 5. Cards could cut them down, but maybe it's me being spiteful to my division. The Bills have done it to everybody else. Bills by 5.
All right, we got there. Bills by 5. Moving on.
You didn't like that review? Come on, man.
San Francisco 49ers heading to the Big Easy, New Orleans Saints in the Superdome. The Saints in this one by 17 points. 17 points.
Yeah, I've got the San Francisco 49er down for continuing. Saints are on a high. Saints by 12. We'll see.
No, everyone's agreeing on
49ers could pull some pants down this weekend.
So here I am throwing a bit of respect to the 49ers here in the way they play, and I've got Saints by 1.
Yeah, no, that's right. It's could.
They have to work again. The Saints are good.
The NFL, man, it's crazy. You just don't know. That's why I like winning fucking $5,000 on the, you know.
I love it.
Well, that is part of the system that has been proven.
Yeah, and I missed it. I missed your system, man.
Yeah, it's all right.
I think get on it.
Hey,
I'm cut. I didn't get a piece of that. Yep. Let's go.
Nah. Anyway, we've got to move on.
All right, here's your big one. The fucking Seattle Seahawks heading to the fucking SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles to take on the Rams. I've got Seattle in this game by 4 points. I've got them by 4 points. Seattle rolling on, despite losing last week, and badly too.
Yeah. I've like Sean McVay, his offense, 400 yards a game against a very soft Seattle defense. If anything, this game will probably be shifting to the high-scoring affair that these two teams are now producing, rather than the 6-3 and 9-6 results. I'm only going to take the Rams by 4. Seattle can't score on this Rams defense, no.
All right.
Not when it counts at the end. It'll be 38-35.
So it's a big game.
Oh, I've got to take out my LA eyes. Seriously, I wanted it to be 20, and I got LA Rams by 3.
Well, they all count the same.
Yeah, Rams.
My team's hot, and we're gonna get them. We're gonna get them this weekend.
Next game,
I'm worried
Baltimore.
about that stadium. Oh, it's just
Baltimore
beautiful.
Ravens. Baltimore Ravens at the New England Patriots. Baltimore Ravens at New England Patriots. I have Baltimore in this game by 2 touchdowns, 14-point win by the Ravens.
Yeah,
I've
also got the Ravens absolutely smashing New England Patriots this week. If the only play they've got is the quarterback sweep and draw on any of their big plays, that's not going to do it. Baltimore by 18.
Like it.
I've got the Ravens by 22. You went 18, crazy. And
Yeah.
Skins, what did you say?
14.
14.
Okay, cool.
14.
Yeah.
14.
Yeah. So we're all going higher.
Yeah, we're predicting Baltimore to smash them.
Mm-hmm.
New England.
Minnesota Vikings at the Chicago Bears. Now, this is an interesting one because Chicago has lost their last 3 games after their great start. Minnesota winners of their last 2. 3 out of their last 5. Now that they have Dalvin Cook is back, he's tearing apart the field. I've got Minnesota in this game by 3 points. Minnesota by 3 for me. This is in Chicago too.
Yeah.
In mid-November. So
Yeah. Can't wait for this game on Monday night. One of the games of the week. Will likely feature in Crazy's Brave 5, just for the fact that it's Monday night, and we might try to go for a repeat of last Monday's miracle. Yeah, really like the way Dalvin Cook's running at the moment. I've got the Vikings by 4 in game of the week.
Got me going too. Yeah, you're right. You're right. And I had to do a flip of the coin, divisional expectations here, and I've gone Bears by 2. So we've Skinsfanatic with the 3 for the Vikings. Did you go, or Bears by 3?
Vikings by 3.
At the moment, I'm the only Bears one by 2. By 2. I reckon that is going to be a cracker. Hang with that game, man.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, Monday Night Football. Going to be a doozy.
Huge.
Absolutely. Yeah, forgot to mention that that's Monday Night Football, which concludes this week's picks. And you know, with some interesting games this week.
Any more news on that table for our comp?
Yep. Let me just check.
Yep,
nothing's changed. Nothing's changed.
Oh, that's right. The game was over hours ago.
Yeah.
All right. No, I've had a crazy day. All right. I've had a crazy day.
That's awesome. Yeah.
No, we might call this show now tonight.
Yep, I just want to thank you, Skinsfanatic, for bringing me on as a sponsor, or Crazy Brave as bringing the website on as a sponsor. Really appreciate it.
Well, thank you for sponsoring the show. I mean,
we can help each other out. and when we get all our expert teams together, um, it'll be on to bigger things.
Oh, it's a project still under construction, and it's just rising each week. And now that you've had the biggest win of the season, then we only expect bigger things. So
Oh, we'll have
congratulations, and
the analytics will be out there for all the punters to see. You want to
absolutely.
be if you want to be a loser, hey,
Mm.
continue. If you want to be a winner, jump onto the .com.
All right,
Check
Crazy
us out.
Brave.
Thank you,
Yep.
Crazy
And thanks for
Brave.
the show.
Yeah, I reckon one of our best
Thank
shows
you.
tonight.
All right, Artu, and bye bye for now.
Thank you, Crazy Brave. Before you go, for dropping knowledge. Thank you, Skinsfanatic 81, for screening me in the back room and allowing me to be on the show and share and enjoy talking NFL with you guys. Good night. Peace out. Thank you.
Yep, no, kind words from everybody. Just stick around, everybody, especially Crazy Brave, and we'll have a little chat off air for the last couple of minutes here. Yeah, like to thank everybody who tuned in tonight and enjoyed the show. Special, shout outs to crazybrave74.com for the sponsorship, and R2 for his insight once again. Much appreciated. Um, you know, great show tonight. I felt. I hope everyone enjoyed it. And that's it for tonight, guys. And I'm Skinsfanatic 81. Be good to everybody. All right.